Welcome, everybody. I've got a couple more people signed up, and one person I know is going to come in late. So we'll go ahead and get started. So you can just find a comfortable seat. And as you feel your legs connecting to the earth, you can feel your spine beginning to lengthen. Nice. And just start to tune your awareness to your spine and your back. Feeling the base of your spine, your tailbone, connecting into the earth. And feeling the sacral area between the pelvis, the bones of the pelvis in your back. And the lumbar spine of the lower back that gently curves towards your belly. And feeling the thoracic spine that goes the whole length of your rib cage. And feeling the cervical spine of the neck and how it mirrors the lumbar spine and how it curves gently towards the throat. And feeling the very top vertebra resting between your earlobes. And trusting the strength of your back, the uprightness, the fortitude, to help the front body soften a little bit. So maybe the belly can relax. Maybe tension around the heart can release. Even the shoulders can let go a little bit. And feeling this balance of strength and openness. Of fortitude and softness. So you feel both strong and flexible. You can let your eyes just gently blink open if they're closed. And we'll take a breath in, taking the arms up overhead. And let them come a little bit forward so they come together. Just a little bit overhead and forward. And then we'll press the shoulder blades forward. Let the throat come forward, lifting your chin to look up towards your thumbs. And then we'll open the arms, bringing the fingertips to the floor behind you. Feel the shoulders draw down, the chest open. And again, we'll reach up, bringing the hands towards each other, just slightly forward of the face. Nice. Throat comes forward to look up at the thumbs. And then reaching behind you, fingertips to the floor, opening the chest, but feeling your tailbone rooting. And again, breathing in, letting your head gently tilt as you bring your hands together. And one more time, bringing the hands behind you. Feel the shoulders drop away from the ears. Beautiful. And we'll take a forward fold over the legs. You can just let your elbows either come to the floor or your knees. And let the head drop. Feel some open space in your back. Nice. And then from here, you can rock forward and come on to hands and knees. So we'll warm up the spine just a little bit more. So as you breathe in, maybe you feel your shoulder blades hug towards each other as you lift your head slightly. Then as you exhale, push into the floor, looking towards your navel. So you feel the back open. Breathing in, relaxing with the front body open as you lift the head. And then exhale, coiling in, press into the hands and the knees. Feeling where you might need a little more space in your spine. And again, relaxing, opening the belly, hugging the shoulder blades towards each other. And one more time to coil in. From here, you can let your shoulders gently sway side to side, maybe front and back a little bit. You can even take some diagonals and just feeling how that affects your spine. And we'll do the same with the hips. So you're moving hips side to side, maybe a little bit front and back, and maybe some diagonals. And seeing how that moves and shapes your spine. And then we'll come back to center. And let the right leg come back level with the hip and the left arm come forward. Nice. And just let your gaze be a little bit beyond your mat so you have some space in the back of the neck. Feel your breath. We're going to coil in, so bring elbow and knee towards each other as you round your spine. Then we'll stretch out, reaching arm and leg in opposite directions. Exhale, coiling in. Inhale, expanding. Nice. We'll coil one more time. And then expanding out. And let the hand and knee come down. And we'll change sides. So left leg comes back, right arm comes forward. Exhale, coiling in, elbow and knee draw towards each other. Inhale, expanding, stretching arm and leg. Exhale, coiling in. Inhale to expand. One more time to coil. And expand. And let the hand and knee come down, curling the toes under and come into downward facing dog. So from here you can walk in place, enjoy some stretch through the backs of the legs. Maybe the toes spread apart so you feel some stretch in the bottoms of the feet. And invite the head to release just a little bit more. And now we'll bring the feet to the hands. You can walk them forward. Let yourself hang in your forward bend with the knees soft, jaw relaxed. And we'll bring the hands onto the shins, lifting to a flat back as you breathe in. Folding as you breathe out. And as you rise, you can either take your arms forward or out to the side, floating up. And we'll bring the hands together at the heart. Nice. So have your feet hip distance apart. Let the knees be a little bit soft. Hi, Allison. Welcome. We'll take a breath in. Arms rise up. Knees soft, bowing over the legs. We'll come to our flat back, either hands to shins or fingertips to the mat. Feel the spine grow long. Then we'll plant the hands and step to plank, or you can come to the knees. We'll shift forward to come all the way to the belly. Pressing your toenails into the floor. Let the heart lift. Maybe the hands come up. Nice feeling. The throat come forward to lift the chin. So you feel some space come into the throat. And plant your palms. You can go either to the knees or to plank. And then take it to down dog. And if you feel a little too stretched out in down dog, you can always step your feet forward a little bit. And as you feel your head release, your breath empty, feel that lightness and let the feet come to the hands, your choice to walk. Or if you have the float, you can take that. We'll come into flat back, breathing in. Exhale, letting it all go. Let the head release. And reaching forward or out to the side, floating up. I'll bring the palms together in front of the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, softening as you fold. Flat back, feeling the spine stretching. Hands to the mat, whether you step back or if you have a float back, you can take that too. You either come to the knees or take that full plank and lower to the mat. We'll come into our cobra again, feeling the lift. Feel the back muscles. Nice. Planting the palms and either to the knees or to plank. And into down dog. Releasing the neck. Then the feet come to the hands. Lengthening to your flat back. Letting everything release as you fold. Rising up. Nice. And then palms together at the heart. Nice. So now we'll bring the big toes to touching each other. The heels will be just a tiny bit apart, maybe a finger width or two. And we'll take the arms out to the side like we did sitting. And as they come overhead, they come forward a little bit so you can press your shoulder blades forward. Feel the inner thighs hug towards each other and the sit bones, the base of your pelvis, tuck down and forward. And let that help you lift the chest. Maybe the fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. Then let the throat come forward to lift the chin. So you're opening the front body. Exhale, take the forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Can step back to plank or float back to low chaturanga. Take your time as you shift forward and lower. Now, your choice. You can come into that cobra shape again, or if you want to come to up dog, that's fine too. And we'll press to down dog. Letting the heels sink towards the earth, the head release. And we'll take right leg, inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, pulling down. Beautiful. One more time. Reaching forward and up. Shoulder blades draw down as you open the chest. Now you can take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, hug the shoulders down, and then feel the hips tuck forward a little bit so you can feel your chest lift, the knuckles reach down towards the floor. As you bring the head up, make sure the throat comes forward a little bit so you don't collapse the spine. Tuck chin, folding forward. Humble warrior. Beautiful. Now we'll release the left hand to the inside of the right foot. And you can either choose to keep left heel rooted, or if the heel wants to come up, that's okay. Reaching right hand for the ceiling. Feel this twist. Nice. If you choose to lift the right or left heel, try to lift that kneecap a little bit. So you're engaging whole leg. Nice. Let right hand come down. We'll step to plank. Feel the shift to lower. Breath into your back bend of choice. Taking it to down dog. Now we'll take the left leg up and back. Drawing your knee towards your nose. Take your time to step forward. Right heel rooting. Rising to warrior one. And grabbing hold, making this fist, pulling the elbows down through the shoulders, slide down your back. Inhale, reaching forward and up. Exhale, opening the chest. And once again, reaching forward and up. Exhale. Nice. Hands come together behind you. And then let the shoulders press down forward a little bit. Hips tuck down and forward. And then feel the chest lift as the throat comes forward. Again, try to resist throwing the head back. Let the throat come forward a little bit. Then we'll tuck chin, taking the bow. Then right hand comes next to left foot. Feel into lifting right heel or keeping it rooted. Left hand reaching up. Just energize that right leg. Feel that kneecap lift. Nice. And then we'll take it to plank. Both hands plant. Stepping back. Feel the shift. To lower to the mat. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to down dog. Nice. And let the head hang. Feel the heels rooting. We'll take the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, letting it all go. Bringing the big toes to touch. We'll reach out to the side. As the arms come up overhead, let them come forward a little bit. As you squeeze inner thighs, drop the hips down and under. Feel the chest lift. And imagine somebody's pulling your wrists towards the ceiling. We'll take that forward bend. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Moving through your vinyasa, whether you step back to plank or flip back to low chaturanga. Feel the shift forward to lower. Breath into your back bend. Breath out to down dog. Alrighty. So we're going to take the flow we just did and do a little traveling around the mat. So if you get turned around, no problem. You'll find a seat. We'll take the right leg up. Knee draws to the nose to step forward. Left heel rooting. Take your time rising to that warrior one. We're just going to do one of these pull downs, drawing the elbows down. Nice. Let the hands come together behind the lower back. Shoulders hug forward, hips drop down, and then the chest lifts. Exhale, take the bow. Left hand comes next to right foot. Right hand reaches up. And here's where we'll change things up. We'll bring both hands to the inside of the right foot, and as you turn to the left side of the mat, bend the left knee so you can stay in this high side lunge. Or if you want to go all the way down to the left heel, then the right toes would come up. Okay, so feel free to stay here too. If you're in this position, you can open your wings to strengthen your back. Nice. Now I'm going to change legs. So straighten left leg, bending right. Then come around to frame the left foot. So now you're facing the back of your mat. We'll come into our warrior one. So taking your time to set both feet up on their own track as you rise up. Drawing the elbows down as you make your fists. Feel the chest open. Hands come behind you. Feeling the front body opening. Exhale, take the bow. Humble warrior. Then right hand comes to the mat next to left foot. Left hand reaches up. Now we'll come to plank. So left hand comes down. Take your time. Left foot meeting right. Shifting forward. Elbows close to the body as you come down. Breath into your back bend. And breath out to down dog. Nice. So we'll do the same thing, starting with the same side. So right leg comes up. Knee draws to the nose to step forward. Left heel rooting. Rising to warrior one. Making those fists, drawing the elbows down. To the chest opening. Hands come together behind you. Opening the front body just a bit more. Then taking a bow. Exhale. Left hand comes next to right foot. Right hand reaches up. Beautiful. Turning to face the side of the mat. Bending left knee. Nice. If you're staying high, then the right foot can stay connected to the earth. Yeah, that just gives you more stability. Changing legs. So bending the right knee, straightening the left. And now come around to the front, framing your left foot. Setting up for your warrior one, facing the front of the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, drawing the elbows down. Hands come behind you. Opening the front body, dropping the hips a little bit. Exhale, taking a bow. Right hand comes next to left foot, left hand reaches up. And now come to your plank, both hands to the mat. Take your time, stepping back and shifting forward to low. Breath into your back bend, feeling the strength of your back. Exhale to down dog. And we'll take our circle the other direction, so left leg comes up. Knee draws to the nose to step forward. Right heel rooted. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, opening the chest, drawing the shoulders down. Hands come together. Nice, feel the front body opening. Taking the bow, exhale. Right hand comes down, left hand reaches up. Nice. Unwinding to face the right side of the mat as you bend your right knee. Nice, we'll change legs. Take your time coming around to frame the right foot. Rooting left heel, rising to warrior one. Nice, feel that W shape with the arms. Hands come behind you. Let the throat come forward, lift the chin slightly. And tuck the chin to take the bow. Left hand comes to the mat, right hand reaches up. And plank. Both hands planting, take your time to step back. Feel the shift forward to low. Breath into your back bend. And breath out to down dog. Last time around, left leg rises. Knee draws to the nose to step forward. Rooting, grounding as you rise to your warrior one. Elbows draw down. Hands together, opening the front body as you breathe in. Taking a bow as you breathe out. Right hand to the mat, left hand for the ceiling. Unwinding to face the side of the mat, bending the right knee. And changing sides. We'll come around to frame the right foot. Nice, easy, natural breathing. Rooting that left heel. Rising with the inhale. Elbows bent, heart open. Interlacing. Feel that chest open a little more. Exhale, take the bow. Left hand to the earth, right hand reaching. Come to your plank, both hands plant. Taking your time to feel the shift and lower. Breath into your back bend. Breath out to down dog. Heels rooting towards the earth, the neck releasing. And on the emptiness of your breath, let your feet come to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to release. Big toes come together. Reaching out to the side to rise up. Letting the hands come together a little bit forward of the body. Tucking the hips down and under to lift the chest. And look towards your thumbs. Maybe go a little bit deeper into the back bend by tucking the hips down and under. Fingers reaching up. And then we'll come to standing palms together at the heart. Beautiful. Nice. So just let your breath catch up with you if you feel a little winded. And as you're standing here, just noticing your spine, your back. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So once we come back to the top of the mat, the big toes come back together. And we'll bend the knees, drop the hips down. Let the left hand come down towards your left thigh, and the right hand reach up for the ceiling. You're going to reach between the shoulder blades with the right hand, like there's an itch between your shoulder blades. And then let that elbow wrap right up against the side of your head. Reach down with the left finger, see if that helps you sink a little bit, and let the throat come forward to lift the chin. So if your arm's behind your head, bring it around to the side of your head. Nice. Then left hand can come to rest on your lower back. Be mindful if you're going for the full bind. Are you struggling? Are you fighting yourself to try to get that pose? Maybe just relax and let the arm relax onto the lower back. So you can lengthen the lower back, tucking the hips down. So if you're doing a whole lot of arching, just release the arm, tuck under. Then we'll reach the hands in opposite directions. Nice. Bend the knees a little more. Maybe the belly comes onto the thighs. You can either take right hand in front of the feet to the floor, or you can bend that elbow to the outside of the left thigh. And if you're doing that one, left palm comes on top. If your hand's in front of the feet, then left hand can just reach up for the ceiling. Yeah, so make sure that elbow's on the outside of the thigh, palms together, really can help you get the twist. Nice. Notice if that right knee is forward or the left. That usually means your hips are swinging. Nice. Take one more breath here. Exhale, just let yourself melt over the legs. Release the neck, the jaw. Nice. The knees can bend a little more. Nice. We'll come to a flat back with the breath in. And you can move through Vinyasa or just take a moment in down dog, child's pose if you need it. And we'll meet in down dog, letting the neck release. Beautiful. So once you've made your way in down dog, let the right leg come up and back. Take your time to bring that foot forward between the hands. This time we'll come to a high lunge. So maybe the hips tuck down and forward so you can very easily come on up. Nice. We'll bring the palms together in front of the heart. Hug the shoulders down a little bit, tuck the chin. See if you can lift the back knee a little more and tuck the hips down just a little bit more. We're going to press the palms forward so you feel your shoulder blades spread across your back. Your chest muscle is active. Taking your hands over to the right. Feel that twist through the spine. Beautiful. Nice. Now we're going to open the left arm. And as you open it all the way behind you, let the left heel come down, aligned with the right foot. So warrior two variation. Hugging the shoulders down. If you can, align your feet so they're single tracking. And we'll feel the right knee turn out just a little more. Left knee turns in just a bit. Beautiful. Nice. And a fold to the right. Your choice to bring right elbow on top of the thigh, or you can bring the hand on the outside of the foot. Let the left arm come up overhead to the biceps against your ear, and then hug that shoulder blade a little bit towards the left side of your mat. So you have some space for your neck. Press the mat apart with your feet. The head can release. One more breath. Then we'll take that left arm, sweep it back, and let yourself come into reverse warrior. So left hand can reach down as right hand reaches for the ceiling. Sink into that right knee. Feel it spiral open over big toe or second toe. Left knee can spiral in just a little bit as you press into that heel. And either look at your left foot or up towards the ceiling under your right armpit. Nice. We'll come up with an inhale. Turn feet parallel, then have a little bit of turn out. Feel the spine lengthening as your hips tuck down towards the earth. We'll bring the hands out to the side, then a little bit forward of the head, like we did standing at the top of the mat. Hug the shoulder blades forward. Feel that lengthening your spine. All right, then we'll take the arms out to the side, bend the knees, and come into a squat. Notice if the hips want to tilt back, the lower back wants to arch, maybe come up a little bit so you can keep dropping the hips down. Beautiful. And then we'll let the hands come onto the knees or the thighs. taking a flat back. So you can bend your elbows. A little bit of heart lift like we do in cat and cow. Exhale, feel the round, the hips and nose tuck towards each other. Again, lengthening, feel this little pulsation, nice openness through the chest. And exhale, feel the openness in your back. Holding here, let the right shoulder drop towards the center. And then let that shoulder come back up. And then the left shoulder drops down. Beautiful. And then coming back to center, we'll push the heels apart. And the hands can slide down the legs to come into a forward bend. Feel free to hold the legs or let the palms come level with the feet with the elbows bent so you can release your neck. So noticing where you have tension. Are your shoulders trying to hold you up? Can you feel them hug towards your hips a little bit? And your weight shift towards your toes just slightly. Nice. I'll walk the hands forward so they come just under your face when you're in a flat back. Then let the right hand come directly under your nose. You can be on the tips of the fingers. Feel free to use a block here. Feel the base of your hips, your pelvis tuck down a little. Then we'll reach out to the side and up to the ceiling with the left hand. Nice. And then as the left hand comes down, bend the right knee, come around to the front. And we'll step feet together, top of the mat. Letting your head bow. Feel your belly relaxing towards your thighs. Shoulders softening towards the hips. Jaw relaxed. Beautiful. Now we'll set up for our chair variation. So bending the knees, feel the hips drop down. You can reach the left hand forward and up. Right fingers just keep reaching down towards the floor. Then bend the left elbow like you have that itch you're trying to scratch between the shoulder blades. But wrap that elbow against the side of your head rather than behind. Now if you're feeling a deep arch in that lower back, can you shift your weight to your toes and tuck the hips down a little bit? Then right hand can come behind you. Again, if you're trying to hook up the hands, resist the urge to struggle and strive. Instead, see how you can open and relax. Steady breath flow. Nice. And then hands reach in opposite directions, left arm up, right hand down. Coming into that twist, whether it's left hand coming in front of the feet or left elbow coming to the outside of the thigh. You're taking that version, palms can come together. Yeah. Let the hips drop back and down a little bit. And check, is that left knee coming forward to the right knee? Just means your hips are swinging a little bit. One more inhale. Feel the lengthening of your back. Then exhale, come into the forward bend. Knees can be soft to release your neck. Nice. And we'll come to our flat back, breathing in. To move through vinyasa if you choose, or take a moment in down dog. Nice. So once you come to down dog, let the left leg come up and back. Setting up for our lunge. So the knee comes towards the nose as you step the foot between the hands. Lifting that right heel and knee, drop the hips down to help you uncurl, come into that lunge shape. Nice. Feel the shoulders hug down, feel the hips tuck forward, then press your palms forward. Shoulder blades will spread across your back. Okay, so make sure you're not leaning forward. Shoulders are still over the hips, they're just spreading wide. You're rotating to your left. Take your time. See if that right heel and knee can lift a little bit so you feel that pinky toe really grounded. Nice. And then we'll unwind to our warrior two. So right arm reaches out. As the right heel comes down, aligns with the left. Sink into that left knee as you hug your shoulders down. Warrior two, facing the front. Left knee bent, right leg straight. Right toes turned in towards the top of the mat a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more. So you can really root into that heel. Feel that right knee spiral forward. So Brandon, if you can turn your right toes forward a little bit more. There you go. Nice. So now we'll fold to the left. Whether you bring elbow on top of the thigh or fingers to the outside of the foot. Let that right arm come up against your ear. And then hug that shoulder blade towards the right side of the mat a little bit so you open your back just a little more. We tend to try to pull with that top arm. We want to go the opposite way. Nice. Feel that right thigh turn in a little bit as you press into that heel. Left knee opens to the left just a little more. Nice. Great. Windmill yourself with that right arm coming back. Keep left knee bent, right leg straight. Pressing left palm for the ceiling. Open the left ribs. Reach right hand down, keeping right knee straight. So notice if you're trying to sag on that right hip. Turning that thigh forward will help you find more support in your core. Take your time rising up. Feet come parallel as you turn to face the side of the mat. Then heels turn towards each other. Feel the bottom of your hips tuck down and forward as you bring your hands together and a little bit in front of your body. Shoulder blades opening. Feel the spine lengthening. So notice if you're collapsing in your lower back. You might feel your ribs kind of dropping onto the back of your hips. Opening the arms, bend the knees. Feel that squat. Tuck the hips under. So feel the bottom of your hips. I'm seeing a lot of hips tilting back. So if you can feel your sit bones, maybe just feel this little flow through your hips, like tucking under, relax, tucking under, relax. Nice. Then we'll bring the hands to the knees. Find your flat back. So this cat and cow shape, the heart opening as you breathe in. Exhale, look towards your navel. Tuck the hips and the nose towards each other. Feel the spine lengthen as you breathe in. Exhale, feel the tuck, the coil in. Nice. Once again, lengthening. And once again, coiling in. And let left shoulder hug toward your center line so it drops forward a little bit. And let that shoulder come back up. Right shoulder tucks down towards the center. And then coming back center. As the heels push apart, let the legs soften, the head drop. Your hands can hold your legs or come to the floor. Nice. Maybe let your weight shift to your toes a little bit. See if that helps you relax into your hips a little more. Maybe you're able to bow a little bit forward, more forward. Feel the softness and ease of your breath. The openness of your back. Maybe feeling into where you have some stuck places. Just feeling your inhale come into that place. So we'll walk the hands forward as you lift the head, coming to that flat back. Then letting your left hand come directly under your nose. You can be on the fingertips or use your block. Reaching out and up with the right hand. Nice. Feel that right hip tuck down and under a little bit. And as the right hand comes down, bend the left knee. Come around to the front of the mat. We'll plant the hands and step to plank. Feel free to hold in plank, move through vinyasa, or come into down dog. Feeling how your breath is guiding you. Beautiful. Nice. So we're going to come onto the knees. Okay. Once you come onto the knees, hands are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll tuck under a little bit, not so much that we're completely rounding the spine, but just enough that you feel your chest muscles turn on. We'll take the right leg back as we did at the beginning. Then bend that knee, reaching the toes for the ceiling. Okay. Feel into your balance here. If you feel pretty good, you can shift your weight to your right hand and reach for the right foot with the left hand. Okay. But if that's making you overarch, maybe you just bring left hand back down. Okay, feel the bottom of that right hip tuck down a little bit. Activate the right chest by pushing into the floor with your hand. Nice. Take your time, release it. Left hand comes down. Coil right knee in towards your nose. Tuck the hips down and forward. Yes, and then let right knee come down. Shifting to the right knee, let the left leg come level with the hip. Activate your chest, pushing into your hands. Bending left knee, reaching toes for the ceiling. Feel free to stay there, or if you have it, you can shift your weight to your left hand, take the left foot with right hand. Press into the mat with your left hand. Activate that chest. Let the throat come forward, lift the chin slightly. Nice, gently releasing. As the right hand comes down, left knee comes towards your nose. Press the hips forward a little. Nice, and we'll bring the left knee down. Curl the toes under, come into down dog. Nice, we're gonna bring the feet to the hands, whether you walk or flip forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, taking the bow. We'll reach out to the side or forward to come up, and just let the palms come together at the heart. Beautiful. Nice. And we're going to press the right palm up to the ceiling, left palm down towards the floor. So you feel open space in the right rib, contraction in the left rib cage. So there's a little bit of a side bend here. Now feel your weight shift onto your right foot, bend the left knee. Take hold of that foot with the left hand. And we're just going to draw the foot in towards the hip to start with. Now, if the knee is trying to pop out to the side, maybe back off of pulling on the foot. So you can feel your hips line up with each other. Okay, feeling good there, you could take the right hand to come around and maybe take the foot as well. If you have that, soften the right knee. Pressing left foot against the hands. That will take you into a bit of a tilt. And let the throat come forward, slight lift to the chin. Hug the shoulders down toward your hips. Press the hips down and forward, opening the chest. Nice. And then as you release the foot, we'll bring the knee to the heart, and you can give that leg a hug. Hug the shoulders down, and gently release. So palms come together just to find your balance on both feet. Then pressing the left hand for the ceiling, right hand towards the floor. Feeling the contraction on the right side body, openness in the left side body. Shifting your weight to the left foot. Right foot comes behind you, and as you take that foot, just drawing it in towards the hip. Softening the left knee a little bit, especially if you're arching your back a lot. Unlocking the standing knee is going to help support your balance. Left hand can come to meet right hand on the foot. And as you push that foot against the hand, let that tilt you, opening the chest. Then the throat comes forward, slight lift to the chin. Soften standing knee. Nice. On your next exhale, Bring right knee forward, giving it a little hug. Beautiful. Nice. Then as the right foot comes down, you can take a nice wide stance. We'll breathe in, arms reach overhead. As the hands come together, let yourself sink into a squat. Skim at the elbows, gently push the knees open, little lift through the chest. Nice. And maybe close your eyes. Feel the flow of your breath, maybe elongating your exhales. Nice. So feel free to continue to rest here. If you have crow pose and want to play with crow pose, feel free. Take your time. Are you struggling and striving? Maybe just let yourself relax a little bit. Take one step at a time. Also helps when you're ready to lift to think about going forward rather than up. And if you have that lift, can you lift the heels up towards your hips? Nice. Great. And from here, we'll let the hands come to the mat. Step to plank or to the knees. And we'll come all the way to the belly. Nice. So we're going to take the arms to the floor above the head. And you can come onto the tips of the fingers. So imagine you have a tennis ball in the palm of your hand. And you're just giving a little squeeze to that tennis ball. Then press the shoulder blades down towards the mat and a little bit back towards your hips as if you're trying to drag yourself forward. Let that lift the chest. Keep pressing down with the toes. Let the throat come forward to lift the chin. Nice. Maybe the hands can scoot in a little bit to help you lift a little higher. Nice. Exhale, let yourself melt down. You can just relax the palms to the mat or to the floor. Beautiful. And we're going to lift everything just slightly off the floor, maybe a finger width or so. So hands and feet come up, head comes up just a little bit. We're going to lift right leg and left arm a little higher, and then let them come down to hover over the floor. Then left leg, right arm, so opposites, and then relaxing down, right leg, left arm, and relax down, left leg, right arm, and relaxing. One more time, right side, right leg, and left arm. And coming down, left leg, right arm. And then you can let everything release down. So if you're feeling that a lot in your lower back, as we move through this next pose, see if you can feel your pubic bone connect a little bit more into the mat. Same with the toenails as we set up. So pressing the toenails down, press the palms into the floor, tuck the chin slightly, feeling the pubic bone pressing against the mat. We're going to lift everything up. Again, you can do that little hover, or you can come up a little higher, turning the palms to face each other. Hug the shoulders down and forward, so you have space for the neck. And let the throat come forward to lift the chin, so you're looking just beyond your mat. Not throwing the head back, but feeling the space. Maybe you can lift the legs a little higher by pressing your pubic bone down. Breathe in, feel the heart open. Exhale, deflate on down. You can make a pillow with your arms or let them rest next to your body. Feel free to wiggle a little if that feels nice to you. Beautiful. So we'll come back to the same position, arms overhead. Feet and pubic bone pressing down, palms pressing down. Then inhale, let everything float up. Throat comes forward to lift the chin. And like we did in our warrior one, curl your fingers and make a fist. Draw the elbows down towards your waist. And then let the hands come behind the lower back to interlace. Let the shoulders hug down towards the mat. Tuck the chin slightly. See if that helps you lift your feet. Then you can bring the throat forward to lift the chin. Reach back towards your feet with your knuckles. Spread the toes. Breathe. Nice. Exhale, relax on down. And let the arms release. Nice. And then we'll bring the hands next to the ribs. Your choice to come into a cobra or up dog. And we'll press either to down dog or child's pose. Nice. Just inviting the head to release. Feeling your breath flowing through your back and your spine. You're going to come to a seat. So if you're in down dog and you have the jump through, you can take that. Or just walk the feet to the hands. If you're in child's pose, you can cross your ankles and rock back. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together. So you can snuggle them in towards your hips a little bit. You can either hold your ankles or your toes. Let the shoulders hug down towards the hips. And as you tuck the chin towards the notch between your collarbones, feel your body like a waterfall just cascading towards your feet. And if it feels easeful for you, you can take your arms forward, maybe rest the elbows on the mat. And the more you can keep the chin tucked into the collarbones, the more space you'll have in the back of the neck. You won't feel so stressed there. And invite the jaw to relax, the face to be soft. Beautiful. We'll slowly come on up, and you can bring the knees together. Come on to the tips of your toes. Feel free to hold behind the thighs if you like. But let the shoulders hug down. So when we're in this position, there's a tendency to pull the shoulders up. So I'm going to think that we're doing a crunch. And maybe the toes come up. Okay, that's feeling good. Keep the toes pointed as you bring shins parallel to the floor. Nice. Feeling good there? Maybe the legs straight. So pointing the feet can be really helpful. So if you have the feet flexed back, just point them. Breathe into the chest. Nice. And then let the feet come down. And just give yourself a nice hug. Feel the belly stretch long across your thighs. And then we'll come onto the back. So you can scoot forward and let yourself come all the way onto your back. And once you come down, you can let the knees come over the hips. Let the feet straighten for the ceiling over your hips. Feel free to rest here. It's a great pose to help circulation. If you want to go into shoulder stand, pressing the arms and the hands into the mat next to your body. And as the feet come over your head, your hips may lift, and you can touch your hips with your hands, fingers facing the ceiling. Okay. So feel the sit bones tuck up towards the ceiling. You're going into the deepest variation with your hands to your wrists. Make sure your feet are reaching over your hips away from your face so you won't have all your weight on your neck.
Now, if you're choosing to come into plow, let the hands come to the hips. And if you're able to keep the legs straight and control the legs coming down, feel free to go that way. Or let the knees bend, bring them to your chest, then let the feet come behind you. Maybe they'll touch the floor then. Slowly let yourself come out. Hands can be your brakes. So once the lower back comes down, bend the knees, bring the feet flat to the floor, hip distance apart, parallel to each other. We'll bring the palms together over the chest. Spread your shoulder blades as you reach your fingertips for the ceiling. Then press into your heels as if you're trying to push your feet apart. Feel that flat in the lower back. Then press the back of the head into the floor. Hands can come next to the body. Slowly let that flattening of your back peel your spine off the floor. So bridge pose. And the shoulder blades can start to snuggle towards each other. Maybe the hands, if they come together, you can find that interlace and press the forearms into the mat. Keep pressing the back of the head into the floor to keep the neck safe. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, let yourself melt to the mat. And we'll bring the knees over the hips. Hands come on top of the knees. And as you press your knees into your hands, feel that flatten your back into the mat. And then we'll let the knees relax onto the chest. Open the arms out to the sides. And let the knees come over to the right. Your head might turn to the left. And if the left shoulder pops up, no problem. And just turn that palm up towards the ceiling and bend the elbow. On your next exhale, take your time coming center. And then we'll go over to the left, hugging the knees to the chest and rotating to the left. The head might turn to the right. Again, if the right shoulder pops up, turn that palm towards the ceiling, bend the elbow to help that shoulder relax. Exhale, coming center. Feel free to either hug the knees against your chest, or you can come to happy baby with the feet over the knees, arms on the inside of the legs, either holding the calves, ankles, or heels. And if you'd like to rock a little side to side, feel free. Yes. And then as you're ready, slowly letting the legs come down and straighten out. You take a little bit wider stance with the feet and feel your natural turn out your legs. Feel the shoulder blades snuggle underneath you as your palms either turn up towards the ceiling or come to rest on your body. And if you'd like to bring a blanket or something with weight on your body, that can feel very soothing. Feel your eyes gently close and relax, letting that relaxation melt tension from your face, the jaw, the tongue. As your neck relaxes, feel it become a little bit longer. And the shoulders just melting into the mat. Elbows, wrists, and fingers are soft, relaxed. Feeling the softness of your chest and your belly as you breathe. Sensing the hips just melting into the mat, the knees becoming soft, the ankles and toes releasing and relaxing. As you continue to rest here, notice all the natural curves of your spine. Sensing how the shape of your spine brings strength in the fact that it is balanced. The curve of the neck and the lower back mirroring each other. And as you feel the strength of your back body, the steadfastness, you can feel the softness of the front body, the openness, the willingness to receive. Sensing how this brings balance to the body, to the mind, strength, receiving. And let your breath deepen. Feeling that deepening of the breath, inspiring some movement to come back to the body, maybe through the fingers and the toes. The eyes can gently blink open. Feel free to take a little stretch if you'd like here on your back. And when you're ready, you can bend the knees. Ease your way to one side. Feel free to linger there for a breath or two. Yes, and then take your time coming up. The hands can help you come on up to seat. Wonderful. So we'll complete our practice with a round of Om if you care to join me. Just let the belly be soft as you take a deep inhale. Thank you all so much for taking time for yourself this morning. Namaste. Have a beautiful, warm Friday. Care to join me? I'll be here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. There won't be any cameras. It's just the in-studio class. And I'll also be out at Carnegie Library on Monday night at 7 o'clock if you want to join me there. That was a really nice practice last week. We started it last week. Thank you so much. And thank you.